here we go.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, let's get on your cam somewhere. Did I pass it? Here it is. Okay. Was there anything in particular that you kind of wanted to look at?
Just because I think our combo's not lining up with our flank, and I think we're not communicating to them as best as we could.
Okay. Alright, you guys do a double bomb. You're kind of trying to walk across. You're going for damage bows, it was looking like. The main thing I see right away, like you weren't really looking for the enemy soldiers as they were bombing. And it seemed like it was a bit unclear to you how your team was going to follow up on your soldier bombs. Typically, like the way my team does it is we call a side that we're going to be crossing. It seemed your team was calling that you're going to cross on the right. So just make sure you're like ready to cross on the right there.
Okay.
Okay. This is a moment, certainly. Let me go back and see what you saw. Alright, this is the mid. So you guys win the mid, but it's even Ubers because their medic survives. So question to you, what is the goal from here?
Maybe send a stack, no?
Yeah, exactly. So you guys are able to see they're still kind of spamming this, holding this, and because you have guys rolling out because they died on mid, then you should know that they're going to try to fight this as hard as they can because their spawners are probably going to get here before yours.
Yep.
So what that means for you as the medic is that you need to be aware that your team is trying to send a sack, get a force, and you do not want to get forced here. So you're playing passive here, expecting them to try to spam you, try to come into you, try to force you, or take like an exchange. It seemed you were kind of thinking about that. You kind of start looking around for a soldier here. Yeah, see, here's your soldier going in. Kind of lands on low ground. I'm not really too certain what you're scared of, like why you're looking behind you. But basically, like, always be looking forward. Like, if you were scared that there was going to be a soldier or something hiding, like, that's on your scout to clear. Does that all kind of make sense, what I'm saying?
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, now it is disad, you lost mid, so you should be on bats here. It's okay if you want to get like a little more vision instead of like fully trusting your teammates, but just be careful about overextending rather than like just staring at the wall, kind of like we were doing, which isn't bad, just to say.
I was wondering about that.
It's more that if you are going to be peeking a little more aggressively, like just be ready to react quickly if they're like walking up bridge or something, like back out of bats and go towards the left side.
Okay.
Alright. Getting everyone buffs, expecting them to sack sometime soon. You guys gotta go ahead.
My soldier should come to me, right, for you?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Alright, so you got 2 picks. You guys can pressure very hard with this, even like send someone in to saw like one of your soldiers if you are scared about walking through the doorways. Oh, you probably knew there was a sniper, which is why you were hiding there. So that's very good. You didn't peek the sniper. You got forced, not really your fault because you were hiding from a sniper. And you guys kind of got lucky that you got the drop. Typically there, like, you send your soldier in, get the counter force, and then you're just back to last. There's not really much you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You're stacking, not really a need to, but it's fine. Alright, now you guys can start peeking lower, start buffing everyone. Like what I see, very good. Are you guys planning on using this super aggressively? Do you remember?
I don't even remember. Probably based on of how we're walking into this right now.
Yeah, it was 20%, so typically if like 20% you want to be like using pretty quickly, like they're already at 90. So they're probably going to
So,
get Uber here. If it's a super small ad like this and you're not really fully confident in it, because you should be the one tracking the specific percentages, just say like turn it into a sack, and they're going to be passive because you still have Uber, so you'll get a lot of space on the sack.
okay, I see.
Yeah, see now that they have Uber, they're walking back forward. Your scout played that very aggressively, which kind of put you in a bad spot. Having to like run up to go save them. The collapse is pretty decent. Their soldiers are fucking you guys. That was actually fightable. But I can understand your scout wanting to play it safe.
Alert. The control point has been contested.
Yeah, basically, like, what your scout did, he ran into them aggressively when you guys were trying, or they were trying to exchange. You want to be playing as passive as possible so that your Uber is maximized when you're finally forced to use. Like, by walking forward at them, you just gave them that equal Uber.
Okay.
Alright.
So I should have told him to like hang back a little more, right? My pockets go.
Yeah. Ultimately, like, what your pocket scout is trying to do there is just, like, pressure and scare their soldiers from bombing. It is your soldier who's going to go into them and get the force, not your pocket scout. And it kind of felt like your pocket scout wanted to get a force.
Okay.
Honestly, if your pocket scout is that aggressive, like, this is obviously something that as a team you need to talk about, but like, drop your pocket scout, you'll lose a soldier, and it's just a double sack, and then you keep the Uber and have ad on mid. Just options if like you see that the Uber is gonna be not good. That was unfortunate. You kind of got bounced into a corner.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
All right, let's see your disad mid on, or disad hold on last. You're holding on the right, which is very scary, just because there's the truck here, and in order to get like good vision, you have to be kind of committed. So if they go like dungeon or something, you just die. Typically, also I'll say you have a gun on left. Typically I like to hold behind the gun, and then just kite through the spawn. Or even stay left if they rotate. Yeah, like you see, like
Yeah.
you guys are kind of just trapped back here, not actually able to fight the point.
Damn. True. Yeah. Should be on left. With my sentry. Yeah.
You can also hold above the point, and then you just fall back to whatever side that they like don't push from. But my team kind of fell out of favor with that. Neither of your soldiers is doing a pocket rollout. Interesting. But yeah, you can hold above the point and like kite the Uber to the opposite sides. But at this point I kind of prefer kiting through spawn. It's a little bit safer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys need. Okay, you need to leave. Your team is committing down 2. Get out of there. As soon as you guys lost that first one, you pretty much have to be telling yourself as medic, like, we need an immediate kill or I'm gonna be positioning myself to leave the fight. Whereas for you, like, you walked forward.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Alright, that guy just got rolled. Oh, careful. Keep the heals on your soldier if you see that he's gonna peek like that. Like, even if there's like a crit heals on your demo rolling out, you still want to prioritize healing the person that is actively about to take a bunch of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we can speed past the stalemate a little bit. This is, it kind of looks like you are doing it, but this is a moment when like you gotta be scared of spy, which they do have one. If like, the reason I said that is because they haven't sent a sack in a long time. So if they're not sending a sack, they're probably up to some funny business.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, what was that spy trying to do? Okay, you gotta be careful here. You're walking through, just staring at your teammates. Instead of walking through, look around, see what the situation is. Like, see if there's a soldier bombing you. And then, like, try to rotate to a spot where, because you just killed their medic, someone's gonna try to salvage on you. Someone's gonna try to do some rat shit, like do a back cap, something. Stay close to your team,
Yeah.
bubble up, and, like, stay safe. Like, heals are kind of second in priority to being safe. Alright, you have full ad. Let's see you guys milk this. Or use it. Probably milk it is like preferable, but using it is never a bad option. Alright, I like what I see. You're chilling. Alright, you avoid the traps. That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
Alright, you guys spotted the soldier. Love to see it. And by now, you should know, like, this push took a very long time. You're down a scout. Let's just play it even. Oh, your poor demo. Alright, so now it is your point to take the exchange. Oh boy.
Right.
Do you see what just happened there?
Control point is being contested.
Yeah, the moment I turn around, they use.
Yeah. That is, it goes back to what I said before. Like, always heal the person that's about to take a billion damage. If someone is running away, they're not as important. And like, you have to know that you guys don't have a demo, so they're going to be doing everything they can to try to get in.
Mm.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
All right, you guys just want to fight. I was just watching you, so I don't know how you guys won that. Alright, you're trying to spawn camp a little bit. Your scout is very aggressive. Yes, this is a great use here. Get more kills and then roll it to last. It's kind of unfortunate you guys didn't get that other scout.
We have captured the control point. Alert. The final control point is being contested.
What? Where are you going?
Alert. The final control point is being
What are you doing?
Yeah, what am I doing?
Just chill. Just heal your teammates. Make it easy for them. It's very easy in situations like that for like a soldier to just nuke the point and suddenly you're down 3 people.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Did you have a question?
I would say it's something that happens often where like my scout is not with my demo, and I feel like that's why maybe my demo's lacking heals, or I don't know. It was very just constant. Every game was a problem. Them
Do you
not being
Do you
together.
think your scout is going too fast, your demo is going too slow, or do you think they're not talking to each other and communicating about which door?
Mm, eh, it could be that too, but yeah,
Because
our flank
one thing
our
I was
flank
gonna
did
say.
say.
Sorry,
Sorry,
you
go
you
ahead, go ahead,
finish.
go ahead.
Okay, I will go. One thing as Pocket Scout, it's very easy to just like walk forward and kind of forget that you have double speed, um, and like sometimes as a scout you have to turn around and actually like see if your team is still with you and like just wait a second.
Hmm.
As demo, you have to be quick to react and know which door you guys are going to be pushing. Otherwise, you're going to fall slow. So those are 2 reasons it could be. What were you saying about
Yeah.
your flank?
They were just saying they don't know what's going on with our combo. So I'm just gonna. It is a communication thing, probably that too.
Yeah, and that's something typically your main caller should be like explaining, like, hey, we're walking through this door, we're walking up to the point, we're on the point, we're shooting this guy. Okay, we lost a guy, we're backing up. Like, just stream of consciousness main calling. But you, as the medic, you can fill in for like some of those things. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
say, if your scout is saying like, oh, get through this doorway, I'm through the doorway, and you see your demo is slow to catch up, you tell your scout like, wait up, we're slow, and
Yeah.
then your scout reacts to that. So it is just like communicating, knowing what to say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Once again, you find yourself not really looking forward. So, okay, this is one thing I'm noticing. When you click a guy, like specifically when you click these guys in the corner right there, you kept kind of staring at them as you were healing them. Just click on them and then look forward. You're still healing them, but you're able to look forward.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like talking again about like tunnel visioning who you're healing. Um, Like that, what you just did right there, that was like perfect. You were just kind of staring forward, like, able to heal, and you weren't pressured because of it. Holy. Okay, thank God you did not drop to that guy. That was kind of a crazy exchange for them to take. But it goes back to, like, if it's even Ubers, they could exchange. Always remember that if it's even Ubers and, like, you have an advantage, expect them to try to exchange.
Mm.
Alright, your soldier got rolled. You can crit heal your scout coming in. Well done. I assume you were trying to body block there.
Yeah, I think so.
I think going for the body block there is fine. They're probably not going to be shooting you there because they're worried about the point. And you guys killed their medic out of it, so the push ended up being fine. Alright, buff everyone up. And then what is your preferred Uber pushing into Snakewater last? You don't have one yet. Well, it's still early in scrims in the season. Alright, you're going top left, which is a little strange, but I guess you maybe knew the sniper was there, so you just wanted the free kill. Alright, both your soldiers, or one of your soldiers exploded, one got sniped, and your demo exploded. And now this guy should just die. I really thought your scout was about to repush.
Should we have gone somewhere else?
Yeah, the standard Uber is top right through Shutter. And
Yeah.
then Dungeon is also an option. Top left is really only if you have, like, momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you think it is more even than it is. Holy. Okay, I have no idea what just happened. I think you guys were trying to take an exchange there, is that correct?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so I guess the one nitpick I will have is that your demo was in on that, which made you have to flash a lot. They also had a bunch of people in the Uber. Imagine if you just had your scout in on that. Your Uber would have lasted a lot longer than theirs, and you probably would have been unable to get a couple more kills.
Mm.
Although I think your flank might have been like flank shoving or something. I don't really know. Just like if you're going to exchange, it has to only be on one person. And like sometimes your demo will just be caught in it, unluckily, and just like have him jump out with one flash instead of needing to get flashed 3 times. Alright, you guys are spotting, taking out the gun. You guys got 60 seconds left, so probably time for a cash money exchange. Instead, you guys are kind of talking, trying to figure out what to do, presumably.
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
used very early on that. I mean, you might as well commit to the fight there. With 15 seconds left, like they're probably, even if they push out there and your team wipes, like you'll still probably spawn in time to play disad on mid, which is still a bit better than like taking the mid fight in my opinion.
Yeah.
Why do you not have a soldier doing the pocket rollout?
I think one of them doesn't play sixes at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well teach him the pocket rollout. That'll be the
Yeah.
first thing to do. Alright, you're crossing, love to see it. Committing with your team. Yeah, and then you exploded, which that's gonna happen sometimes. Your team crossed and got 0 kills for it.
Control point is being captured. We have lost the control point. Alert. Our control point is being captured. We have lost the control point.
Alright. It is disad. You are holding very, very aggressively on disad. No wonder you thought that top left would be a good push if you're standing there all the time. You're like, oh, their medic will be right around the corner. Free kill. Alright, cool. You guys can push out. You have Uber advantage, so once again, expect them to do some rat shit. Expect them to try to sack on you.
Control point is being captured.
Just play it safe. Make sure you're looking forward and ready to react.
Control point.
Seems like your demo and your scout are on the same page here. Holy! Okay.
Oh, I remember that.
I will say maybe you had a little bit of time to react when you see 2 people in that doorway,
The control
but
point is being contested.
I don't know. It's a lot
He-
easier said than actually reacting in time.
He called it in like immediately, and that happened.
I probably dropped there as well. One thing though, actually, like when pushing through kitchen there, you do have to kind of be expecting like demo spam to be landing on that staircase. So just be ready to use whenever you're pushing kitchen, even if it's that early.
Mm-hmm.
Like basically, if any amount of spam is coming, you pretty much have to use.
It makes sense.
And then this is just whatever.
Alert. Our last control point is being captured.
Oops.
Control point is being contested. Alert. The control point is being captured.
Alright, you guys are repushing. I don't have really much to say about that mid-fight. You guys kind of out-DM'd them, which is good. The one thing I was gonna say was, your roaming soldier arrived to mid with just like 200 health, and it seemed like he was trying to play a little bit more aggressively. So like maybe he could wait a little bit and you could rotate for a small buff, but that's like a micro thing.
Mm.
And it's really just whatever his preference is. Alright, and the difference here on the even Ubers and why you're not expecting them to exchange at this point is because you guys have the positioning. Whenever Exchanges are all about positioning. If they are all the way out, it's going to be difficult for them to exchange. If they're chilling like on bats or on the point, looking like they want to stay, then that's when you should know the exchange is coming.
Right.
And that's not something that you as the medic will always be able to see as well. So it's something your pocket scout needs to be able to recognize and like make the call they're coming to exchange, and then you guys back up, get the force, etc.
Alert. Our control point is being
All
captured.
right, nice
Yeah, I should have
forming.
gone that way.
It's whatever.
We have lost the control point.
All right, now you guys have the positioning. Get ready for the exchange yourself. Holy. Oh no.
Alert. The control
Yeah,
point
that's
is
a
being
little
contested.
unfortunate. I think if you had a soldier with you, I'd probably be playing a little bit closer to Saw to exchange in the doorway rather than like wait for them to get through the doorway.
Alert has been. The control point is being captured. We have lost the control point.
Alright, slight disad. They still have a sniper though, so playing here is kind of scary. Yeah, that's kind of why. Man, I love that that happened right after I said that. You're standing still, you know that they still have a sniper, also scary. And then you stop looking at the enemy players.
Alert. Our last control point is being captured. You failed.
Alright, let's get, I think, one more round.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Alright, you saw a soldier bombing and proceeded to not look at him. Like, let me... This one I will rewind just to demonstrate the point.
Yeah. Mhm.
Trapping.
See.
We'll get there eventually. Alright. Here we go.
The final control point is being contested.
The reason why it's so easy to pay attention to looking at soldiers on mid fights because you get bombed so frequently. But this skill is something that when you're milking Ubers is also so important. And just like pushing out in general. Okay, so I don't know if you saw that guy. I saw him in slow-mo. I did not see him in
Mm.
the like normal speed. But this guy is up here is the one that I did see.
Control point is being
So you see he's coming, right? He's on your screen flying towards you.
captured.
And then you, you look over here. Where's that guy going? Is he landing on you? Is he landing on your demo? There's no way to know.
Yeah.
And then thankfully he lands on your demo. So you get really lucky there. But like also now, like you don't know if they are crossing the point or not. Part of this is just coming from where you are positioning in relation to the rest of your team. Like you were positioning yourself more over here when the rest of your team when the rest of your team was like over there. I am like in someone's body.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
So like where you are right now, you're able to see all of them and your team at the same time. Granted, your team's kind of getting rolled, but you're able to see everyone. Oh my goodness. I can speed this back up. I'm not gonna blame you for re-peeking there. I probably would have done the same, but the smart choice, you kill their med and you don't have scouts, like just leave, just run away.
Mm.
And just make sure you like communicate to your team like I'm leaving. All right.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Be careful when you're walking around here. Just be careful of like walking by the crates, because there can be traps around the crates.
Yeah.
And that one was just a little unfortunate. Your team did not have the forward spawn locked down, which I don't know if your scout is like calling this, but make sure that they're calling that it's safe to come in. I think you guys were trying to take that uber aggressively instead of like being very methodical but still having speed. Like there's a way to do things fast and like sloppy and a way to do things smoothly such that it makes you fast, if that makes sense.
Mm.
All right, well done breaking that guy's ankles. You had no idea which way you were going. Now you guys have 3 kills, so you just want to get in fast, so I pick dungeon as well. I guess most people call that lower, but I call it dungeon on my team.
Mm.
Nice. Is that it? I think we get one more. Maybe like a mid-fight. Alright, you saw a soldier bombing you. I have no idea where that soldier went. I think he's on you now? Yeah, okay. I think that was the second soldier. But a soldier bombed from top right. You crossed, backed up onto the point. You're gonna die to that soldier. It's whatever, as long as you guys like trade out their medic. If you're crossing, I pretty much always assume that the medic crossing is gonna die, because it's just so hard on Snakewater to live while crossing the point.
Mm.
Alright. What are the main things? Definitely camera angle. That is probably the biggest one. Just make sure you're able to look at the enemy, see where the damage sources are going to be coming from, and then you'll be able to dodge them better.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The 5 drops honestly didn't seem like entirely your fault. You got sniped a couple times, and then you got forced in that doorway in kitchen. I'm not quite sure what the other ones were. Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Uber exchanges, like that's another thing. There's definitely optimizations that can happen there. Just remember, like when you guys are in the driver's seat, when you guys have an advantage or are pushing into them, you want them to be using first, and you want to try to milk your Uber as much as possible. And when you're on the defensive, you're trying to use your Uber to delay for your teammates to come. And what that means is that you're trying to delay your Uber as much as possible, but eventually, like regardless of the scenario, you're going to have to take it into them. So just be ready when they're coming into you to be on your scout and take an exchange into them.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I think those are the 2 main things I have for you. Did you have any questions?
I guess like just a matter of like tracking Ubers. I guess that's still like I just tend to be forgetful. forgetful. That's all. And like, yeah, I just need to
Uh,
like calm more as well.
yeah. So, walk me through how you're currently tracking Ubers.
Uh, it pretty much it's honestly just like rough estimations. And I know it takes like maybe about 40 seconds to a minute or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I it's honestly just I don't have a solid way of like going about it.
Okay, yeah, so let me walk you through it. It's pretty simple, the concept of doing it, but like you said, it's just like reminding yourself to do it. Um, so here's how it works in an Uber Advantage situation. You guys killed their medic, you have a certain percentage of Uber. When their
Mhm.
medic spawns, you need to be watching for that. That is your job. When their medic spawns, what is your Uber percentage at? If you're at 50%, then you know it is 50% ad. When you guys have 100,
Mhm.
then they will have 50. And that's when it starts dwindling.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
on disad, it's a little bit trickier. You basically you have to know what the Ubers were before you died. If it's even Ubers, um, you can kind of generally assume that in the time it takes for you to respawn, depending on if you get a longer or shorter spawn, it'll give them between 20 or 30% charge. So
Right. Mhm.
so just taking what they had before the Uber, say they used an Uber to kill you, they're going to have zero Uber and you're dead. By the time you spawn, you know that they're going to be around like 20 to 30%. And generally on disad, give them a little bit extra. You don't have to be super precise, but just respect them a little bit more.
Mhm. Okay, I see. Mhm.
Um, and even Ubers, like, that's pretty straightforward. It's just even.
Mhm.
The main thing is just paying attention to like what the spawns are. You have to be knowing when their medic dies, when their medic spawns.
Yes. Um, and you said you said when I have 100, they're gonna have 50. What were you referring to?
Yeah, so if this is an Uber advantage situation where their medic dies and you started with 50% Uber,
Oh,
and
okay. Mhm.
their medic spawns, so you're at 50%, they are at 0%. By the If you're building at the same rate, which you're assuming you are, by the time you get to 100%, you've built 50% Uber, so then they have also built 50% more Uber.
Okay, right. Mhm.
Um, and then I will also add, you don't necessarily need to know the exact amounts. It definitely helps, especially like when you're trying to use thin margins, but just knowing if it's big ad versus small ad can oftentimes be good enough. Um,
Mhm.
and what that typically means is like anything above 60% advantage is like big ad, and you can generally like milk it through one point, and then maybe use into a second point, or milk through 2 points if you were super fast and you had big ad. And then small ad is something like 20 or 30, where you don't really have time to milk it through the point, because by the time you're milking it through, they're going to get Uber in the middle of your push and then they'll exchange with you. So in those scenarios, you'd want to use into them, play it aggressively. If you get something, great. If you don't, just do a leapfrog situation. Um, or you want to tell your team, let's play for a sack, which is basically saying, we're going to try milking it, but we know we're not going to get the point with this. What we're going to do is get a lot of space with our Uber advantage and then get our soldier really deep into them and get a kill on their med.
Mm. Okay. Mhm.
It's kind of a lot. I'm giving you a lot of situations here.
Yeah, but you're still recording this, right? So I can watch the video.
Yeah, and you can also like write
Okay.
these down. I can send them to you afterwards. Um,
Yeah, that'd be helpful. Yeah.
yeah, the main thing is like TF2 is all about your flow chart. Like you basically, if you're starting at the top of the flow chart and you have two different paths, it's if it's uber advantage or like disadvantage. And then if it's advantage, you have two different paths. Do we take it aggressively or do we try to milk? And then like if we're taking it aggressively, like which doorway do we push? Like those are the flow charts. It'll be different for each map depending on like how you learn them, but as a team, those are kind of the situations where everyone on the team understands here's what we're going to do if we're at this point in the flow chart. And that's how you get your flank and your combo like doing the same things because everyone knows this is what we're trying to do in these specific situations.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay. There's a lot of information,
It is a lot
but
of information. I will send you stuff, but the main thing for tonight, you have scrims tonight, right?
yeah, in 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, the main thing for tonight, make sure you're focusing on knowing where the enemy is and then just trying to better understand exchanges when it is necessary for you guys to exchange with them or when you can expect them to exchange into you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to work on that tonight.
Yeah.
And
Did you have any other questions?
not really. Besides that,
All
no.
right, perfect. Then I will do a little write up of like Uber situations and send it to you. Probably a
Yes.
bit later tonight because I gotta go get to something.
Right. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. But I hope that was helpful. And if you ever need like other demo reviews or have questions, feel free to message me.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, bro.